Last month, when the government was telling people that wearing masks was not effective, I actually did a report for ABC News, and I wore a disposable mask that I had in my home for several months as a precaution for both me and the family I was interviewing at the time. A lot of people made comments on social media like, "She's spreading misinformation," or "Doesn't she know it only works if you're sick or working with the sick?" Well, now, almost a month later, the CDC has completely changed their recommendation and is asking everyone to wear a facial covering or mask to slow the spread. Dr. Scott Segal is chairman of anesthesiology at Wake Forest Baptist Health in North Carolina. He actually put together a task force when the virus spread in the U.S. to test the effectiveness of different materials. And Dr. Segal joins us in Cyber Hall.
Dr. Segal, the CDC, I think, shocked a lot of people with the recommendation for us to wear masks, fabric masks. Why the change?
Well, as best as I understand it, the purpose of the public wearing masks is actually to protect others, not to protect the wearer of the mask. So if you're infected and don't know it because you're one of the asymptomatic carriers, if you were to go out and about in public and you were to cough or sneeze or even breathe, you might unintentionally spread viral particles. So the idea is that some sort of face covering might reduce the chance of that.
Not completely eliminate, but reduce the chance.
That's right.
And you tested different fabrics. Was it like 13 different?
We're up to 16 now.
16. I love it even more. I loved it at 13. I'm even more interested in 16 different fabrics in the lab. What did you find?
So we tested the masks to see how well they would filter very small microscopic particles out of the air, and therefore hopefully protect both the wearer as well as those around the wearer.
And the conclusion?
There were some masks that performed very well, even better than surgical masks. Our best fabric masks filtered 77 to 79% of them.
And what was that fabric?
So it's hard to describe fabric in a way that everyone knows, but I'm told that you call this stuff quilting cotton. It's a heavier weight, thicker yarn, tighter weave sort of fabric. You can tell that it's a good filtering fabric if you hold it up to a bright light or the sun, and you can't see the sunlight or the bright light illuminating the individual fibers.
Okay, so if we have fabric at our homes, hold it up to a bright light, the brightest light that you have, and if we don't see the light shine through.
Right, you'll see some light coming through,
Sure.
But on a lower quality, more open weave fabric, you'll actually see the individual fibers lit up by the light. But it's a good rule of thumb. The less you can see the fibers in the fabric, probably the better the filter it is.
Real quick, I have the question, does a mask replace social distancing? A lot of people believe, well, if I have a mask on, that means I can still go visit people. I can still do things, that it's a replacement, one or the other.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The best mask in the world is not as good as good social distancing and good hygiene. So this is only if you must venture out, how to maybe protect others and perhaps protect yourself a little, but you should not have a false sense of security that you're protected.
Dr. Segal, thank you so much for your time today.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for your interest and for having me on.